Hi guys, welcome to the 12th tutorial of this Java beginner series. So in this tutorial I want to talk about how to create a method in Java. So there's two types of methods you can create in Java. One is with a return type void, and second is return type of something such as int or a string or double or float and etc. Right? So let's take an example, right? So I'm gonna say public static, not static. Okay, let's use static actually because we're gonna be calling this method within the main method void since I don't want any return type, and I'm gonna call this call1 close bracket open bracket close bracket, and then now we have a method here which is a return type void, and the method name is call1. And here within the brackets, this is the parameters or arguments. So you can, for example, if your method wants an argument, you can send an argument. In this case, there's no arguments, it's empty. So that means we're just going to be calling this method with no arguments here. And all I want is to system out and say call1, right? Similarly, I want another method which is call2, but in this case, I want to send an argument. So I'm going to send a name argument here of type string, and all I want to do is I want to concatenate it with name. So this should say call name, whatever name we're going to send in the argument here is going to be printed along with this call. Okay, and also I'm going to say another method which is of type string. Okay, and I'm going to say get name with no arguments. So here, since I have a return type, which is string, so here you see there's an error here, which is red lines underneath. It means that you need to return it because since we declared it as a return type string, so we should return a string return type. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say return keyword in Java, and I'm going to say I want to return hello. And then I'm going to have one more method with an argument, say string name, and for now I'm gonna name it get name 2, and I'm gonna say hello space name. Okay, so I hope it's clear for at least till now. We have a void method with no arguments. We have another void method with an argument. We have a return method string with no arguments. We have a return method string with an argument string. So let's call these methods and see what happens. So I'm going to say public static void main, and I'm going to call them. And that's why I declared them static, because so I can call these methods without having to instantiate an object. So call1 and then call2. You see, call1 didn't put any arguments and worked fine. There's no red lines or anything. But call2, if I don't put an argument, see it shows red lines here. So and it complains about expected one argument but found none, right? So we need to send in the string. So we're gonna say Graywall Academy. I'm gonna copy this because I'm gonna be using it for the second last one. So here it's gonna be get name with no arguments and get name 2 with an argument this, right? So you see these have return types. These don't have return type. So if I run this now, what I should expect is for these two, I'm gonna see sysouts for both. But for these two, there shouldn't be anything because I'm only returning, but I'm not printing anything, right? So let's see what happens. It should be, yeah. So for the first two, We expect sysouts because we are writing sysouts over here, but for the last two, we're just returning. We're not putting any sysouts. So that's why for this here, we need to do system out. Since we're returning, we're not printing. That's the reason why we need a system out here to show it on the console. And I'm going to run it again, and you will see hello and hello Gravel Academy. So that's how you create methods in Java. So in my next tutorial, I will talk about classes. Um, I think it should be a good starting point now since we learned about methods, how to create methods, how to call the methods. The next should be how to create a class and how to create methods inside the class and how to create variables inside the class. Okay, so if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon button as well. Have a nice day, guys.